Hope everybody's doing well this morning. I'm sorry I did not order up a sunny day today. I apologize for that. I hope everybody's enjoying a little bit of cool weather before the summer hits. Hope you're doing well. Welcome to Community Coffee. We're so glad to have you all here today. For those of you all who don't know who I am, I'm Joe Berry. I'm with the Greater Owensboro Economic Development Corporation, and I act as sort of a facilitator for this discussion, and we bring speakers in every month, so we're excited to move forward with the program today. Plenty of food back there, so please feel free to go get yourself some breakfast coffee. We keep it pretty informal around here. So if you one quick announcement before we get started with the bulk of the morning's program. We've got some upcoming events that we'll be scrolling through up here on the screen, as well as there's some additional materials over here at the table to my right. All of that can be sent to your inbox. They send the Logsdon Community Nonprofit News email. So if you want to subscribe to that newsletter, please see Chastity in the back. She'll make sure you get taken care of. But that gives us a really good idea of a lot of the happenings. It seems like nowadays there's something going on every weekend, which is great. But we want to make sure everybody's adequately informed about what all is going on. So be sure to check that out. And if you have any information that you would like to send out, please feel free to get it to her. She'll make sure that it gets distributed out to our group. Before we do the morning speaker, I would like to draw a couple of names for the 1 minute highlight, which will be the 2 minute highlight when it's all said and done. And so this is for anyone in the audience who put their name in the basket who'd like to talk about an event they have that is forthcoming or anything going on with their organization. So I'm going to start with Crystal Wall with New Beginnings. Come on up. We're putting you on the spot.
Yeah. When I did that, I sort of put my name in there. Good morning. This is my very first time to attend, and I feel great to have everybody. I am with New Beginnings, the Sexual Assault Support Service here in Owensboro. I am the volunteer coordinator. I've been there since November, and so what I am doing, I'm trying to look for volunteers to help with New Beginnings. My main need would be volunteers that could be an advocate, that could be the person that would be at the hospital for the survivor. They would be their first contact person that they could be. So an advocate that could be there with them if they decide to report, if they decide to do the rape kit, that could be their voice for them in their time of need. We also need many different volunteers. We need volunteers in the office, just clerical volunteers. My big goal is to have just tons of volunteers. I'd love to have a little volunteer office, volunteers to help with the phone, community service, and fundraisers. So thank you all for having me.
Thank you, Crystal. And up next, Jason Cole. You have a speech prepared.
Just a flyer. Hey, first I'd like to say this is the first time I've gotten to be here this year. And all the way here I was worried that Kim's Casseroles may no longer be here. So, very much enjoyed that. I'm with the Kentucky Vocational Rehabilitation. We work with people who have disabilities, who need to get into employment or stay in employment. And we have a professional organization called Kentucky Rehabilitation Association that each year has a training conference, and this year it's going to be in Owensboro in September. As part of that, we're having a fundraiser to raise money for scholarship opportunities for people with disabilities so they can go on to post-secondary education and be able to enter the workforce. And we're doing that with a 5K. We've done a golf scramble for years. It's been very successful, but not that many people in our organization golf anymore, so we're switching to that. So it's going to be on September the 12th, downtown at McConnell Plaza at Smothers Park. It's going to be a nighttime run, so it's going to start at 6 o'clock. It will be a 5K walk, run. There'll be a lot of people from our agency that will walk, so it'll be pretty relaxed. And we're going to be able to have our award ceremony an hour later after we start, 7 o'clock, right as the sun set, which is scheduled for 7 o'clock that day, at McConnell Plaza. It should be very nice. We've had a lot of donors give us different awards. Planet Fitness has given us free memberships that we can give out during this event, and we seem to have a lot of support for it. I placed some flyers on the table. If you are interested or you know somebody in your office who would like to do it, please grab those. So you can register on active.com. Thank you.
Thank you, Jason. As a non-golfer and a runner, I'm very appreciative that you switched. So I'm going to introduce our spotlight sponsor this month, our guest speaker. And I'm excited to hear from Amanda Morris with the Alzheimer's Association, the Walk to End Alzheimer's. I'm sure it doesn't take long to talk to someone who's been affected by Alzheimer's. I know I have in my family, and it's so important to raise awareness and to in the work that they do with the walk. Amanda's an assistant professor of social work at Bresh University, and she's the chair of the Walk to End Alzheimer's here in Owensboro this year. She has been a social worker in long-term care for several years, and is also the program director for a specialized dementia care unit. So the Alzheimer's Association is the leading voluntary health organization that is focused specifically on Alzheimer's care, support, and research. And the walk is coming up, so we're so excited to have Amanda with us today. Come on up.
Good morning. Thank you for having me this morning. This is actually my second time to be here, and I'm very privileged to be able to serve as the committee chair for the 2017 Walk to End Alzheimer's, and to be here this morning to share a little bit about that with you guys. So first, I just want to say thank you for everything that you do in the helping professions and service organizations. Go ahead and give yourself a pat on the back. You deserve it, all the hard work and care that you give our Owensboro community. So today, being, like he said, I'm a social work instructor, assistant professor of social work at Brescia. So I'm going to have you be a little interactive with me today. So it's not going to be hard. So he said that I'm going to be talking to you about our Walk to End Alzheimer's. So when I say walk to end, you're going to say Alzheimer's. Great. Okay, so we're going to be a little engaging today because it is rather early and rainy, right? Okay, so today I want to share with you that we have a challenge on our hands. First, we have a growing senior population with our baby boomers aging. That's nothing new for us to hear. But we also have a challenge of Alzheimer's care and the need that it brings in regard to the amount of caregivers that we have, the amount of seniors that are affected by the disease, and the amount of cost of caregiving as well. So the need is here. I'm going to tell you a little bit about that with some 2017 disease facts and figures. One startling one is that every 66 seconds, someone in the United States develops Alzheimer's disease. 1 in 3 seniors dies with Alzheimer's or another dementia, and it kills more than breast cancer and prostate cancer combined. And since 2000, deaths from heart disease have decreased by 14%, while deaths from Alzheimer's disease have increased by 89%. So just to give you an idea, more than 5 million Americans are living with Alzheimer's, and by 2050, this number could rise as high as 16 million. So our Owensboro Walk there are several ways that you can get involved. Our goal this year is to raise $50,000. So we are being challenged. Unfortunately, last year, just to be transparent, to give you a little motivation, we underachieved from our goal. So we are trying to raise Owensboro back to a top fundraising city, and we need all the help that we can get. There are a couple of ways that you can help. The good thing to know is that if you choose to participate in the walk through any one of these opportunities, you are able to know that the majority of the funding that we raise for the 2017 Owensboro Walk to End Alzheimer's, great job, does go to local programming. So the Alzheimer's Association does provide educational programs for caregivers in the community. That's both caregivers that are caregiving for loved ones in the home and then also professional caregivers. Those are often held at the hospital, the health park, different locations. They also sponsor a support group that meets monthly at Wellington Park, and that's also part of the funding that we receive. They also have a 24/7 helpline, so if a caregiver is caring for a loved one at home, they don't know what the next step option is in their care. They're dealing with a behavior that they can't resolve. They're in a crisis situation. They have a 24/7 helpline that they can call, and that does help to fund that as well. So that there's several local programs that we have available. We're wanting to reach the community because most importantly, we want to be able to get the word out about the walk. We want to raise awareness, and we want to reach people who have been affected by the disease. So that's where we need your help. So if you can spread the word, let people know if you know of someone in the community that's been affected by Alzheimer's disease, please let them know about the walk. Encourage them to get involved in the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Great. So I'm going to start out by just telling you so we've gone over where the funding goes. Part of that does go to research to try to help end the disease. But also, I want to go over some opportunities that you have. One opportunity is if you would want to sponsor the event as a business, or if you know someone who may be interested, who has a personal connection to the disease and is a business owner, we do have sponsorship opportunities. So that gets recognition at the walk with signs on promotional material for the walk. So that is one option that you have. Another option is for you to form a walk team. So if you work at an agency that serves seniors and you want to form a team where your clients can get involved and also your employees, that's definitely a possibility that you can do. We strongly encourage that. We also, if you want to form a friends and family team, so if you want, or if you know of someone who may want to form a team to walk in memory or in honor of a loved one that they've had, that is an opportunity that you have to do. Good news is, there is no fundraising limit. You can raise $1, you can raise $100, you can raise $1 million. So there is no, I'm just kidding, no pressure. But there is no fundraising limit. There's no entry fee to walk on that day. If a senior adult wants to attend and they cannot walk, the walk is 2 miles long, it's downtown at Smothers Park. We try to keep that in mind. We don't do timing for that reason. So if a senior adult wants to participate and they can't walk, a lot of them sit down by the river, enjoy, they just participate in the ceremony, and then they watch the walk and then they go home. So they can still be part of it even if they can't participate in the actual walk itself. And so forming a team is another option, and then just donating to an existing team. So if you are interested but you don't want to form a team and you don't want to sponsor, you can donate. You can do that online, and then I have donation forms here if you prefer not to donate online as well. So there's a lot of opportunities for us to be able to join in this cause together to fight against Alzheimer's disease, and we need all the help that we can get. If you're interested, I will be available to talk with you afterwards. I have a lot of information for you. The most important one, walk date. Walk date for the Walk to End Alzheimer's is August the 26th. August 26th. So that will be, registration for the day will be at 9:30. The walk will begin at 10 o'clock. And like I said, it is at Smothers Park. So you have some time to fundraise. You have also, if you sign up to be a team captain and you register, I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second, then you get all kinds of resources at your disposal. You have email templates, you have letter templates. You really don't have to do a whole lot of work. It's done for you. You just plug in your own information and you're able to go from there. So I will show you that in just a second and show you how simple it is to register a team. So fundraising ideas, if you're doing it at your agency, you can order casual for a cause stickers, and you can have Jean Days on Fridays or Walk Wednesdays. We have a lot of ideas as far as helping you think of those things. You can have bake sales, lunch sales at your workplace, and something that I do is just ask anybody who's willing to be part of my friends and family team, then I ask for them to ask 10 people to give $10 because it's a reasonable amount and doesn't require them to do a whole lot of effort. So those are just some simple ideas that we have for you. We also have a form that you can look at, and it's called your sphere of influence, that helps you brainstorm people to ask in the community to help support you as you walk and to help support your team. So we have that resource available for you as well. One last thing that I want to share with you is we are having a launch party. Everybody likes party, right? Everybody likes free things, right? So we're having a launch party for our team captains for the Walk to End. Alzheimer's. You're getting so good. And we're having that at the River Park Center. That will be on June the 7th, and it's from 11 to 1. It's come and go. You don't have to stay the whole time. You can come by, learn about how to register your team. If you prefer to do that on paper, we can do that day. We have had tremendous support from our downtown businesses, and we are going to be giving away a door prize that day that is a combination of downtown gift cards. So local businesses downtown are giving gift cards. They're very generous amounts. Just a couple are Byron and Barclay, Delicious, Andrea's Candies, Bebop's, Another Broken Egg, a Mellow Mushroom. Feda's given some free bread knots. So we've had some tremendous support. That's not all, just a few. And you'll be entered into a drawing to be eligible to win. So if you register this day, you get an entry. If you bring a guest, you get an entry. If you come, you bring an entry. So bring some friends and learn about how to start your Walk to End Alzheimer's team. I do have cards up here. If you are interested in registering, you have any questions, need any help, I'm more than happy to help you with that process. And any questions before I show you how to register online? No? Okay. So I don't want to cause technical problems, so hopefully it won't. So the first thing that you do is you go to alz.org. So this is the Alzheimer's Association's homepage. You go to Walk to End Alzheimer's here. You click on Find Your Walk. You can search by your zip code. Then you will see your first option here is Owensboro, Kentucky on August the 26th. You click on Owensboro and you choose Register. So if you want to register a team, you register here. If you want to volunteer, then you choose Volunteer. And if you want to simply make an online donation, you choose Donate. So it is pretty simple. You can see it will give you a running total of how we're doing in our goal, what we've raised. This will also be available to you on your team page. So if you want to have a little competition in your businesses, like if your departments, if you have different departments, you can register them that way, and then they can easily see who's winning, who's in the lead of reaching your goal. So there are a lot of creative ways to encourage fundraising and participation, and also just get the word out to those who've been affected by the disease, and so that we can reach those who have loved ones living with the disease, give them the resources that we need, and partner with them as we try to end this disease. So thank you very much for your time, and hopefully we will see you and you'll participate in the Walk to End Alzheimer's. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Great presentation, lots of good information, and I hope you'll all be able to participate in the walk. The Alzheimer's Walk has donated a couple of door prizes for us to draw for today, so we're excited about that. And I will start drawing some of those right now. Tara Bowling. Put her right at the top. Just kidding. All right, and next up, Crystal Wimsett from Ottoman area. Thank you all so much for being here. We're so glad you take time out of your Thursday to be here. Really easy way to remember when we have this event is the final Thursday of the month. So I hope you'll come back again. And our next one is on June 29th. I hope you'll come back again, and I hope that you'll bring a friend or a colleague or someone that might benefit from the networking and from hearing from our presenters. So we will see everybody back here. Margaret?
Are we meeting all through the summer?
Yes, that's correct. That's right. So we'll keep it going through the summer. It'll be nice and cool in here, so everybody will be, maybe you get a bigger crowd, it'll be great. But so yeah, next one's June 29th, and if anybody has any questions or wants to sponsor an event or anything like that, see Chastity, we'll make it happen. And I hope you all have a great Thursday and have a great Memorial holiday. Enjoy your weekend.